Dating as a single mom can be like playing a game of Jenga while riding a unicycle. It's a precarious balancing act that can leave you feeling dizzy. And to make matters worse, other moms are often quick to judge and offer unsolicited advice. You should just focus on your kids instead of trying to find a man, they say. But why should being a mom mean you have to give up on finding love? It's time to break down the stigma and embrace the fact that being a single mom doesn't make you any less deserving of happiness and love. Of course, finding love as a single mom can feel like a quest for a unicorn, rare, elusive, and possibly imaginary. It's not easy to balance the responsibilities of parenthood with the desire for a partner. You've been chatting with someone online for months and finally agree to meet up for dinner. As you sit down to eat, your date suddenly drops a bombshell. I just don't know if I can handle being with someone who already has a child. It's too much responsibility for me. You feel crushed, as if your status as a single mom is a deal breaker for any potential partner. It's a painful reminder that the struggles of single parenthood extend beyond just raising your child. I remember the first time I tried to get back into the dating game as a single mom. It felt like an uphill battle from the start. I was nervous about putting myself out there and scared of getting hurt again. But I was also excited about the possibility of finding love. However, I quickly realized that the dating scene was not as welcoming for single moms. I felt like I was constantly being judged by potential partners who saw me as a package deal with my child. Some even told me outright that they weren't interested in dating a single mom. It was frustrating and disheartening, to say the least. I often found myself wondering if I was asking for too much. Was it unrealistic to want someone who accepted both me and my child? And then there were the judgmental comments from other moms who seemed to think that being a single mom automatically made me undesirable. Sorry, but being with someone who has a kid is just not my thing. I don't want to play daddy. I can't even begin to count how many times I've heard that. As if being a single mom wasn't already a full-time job, now there are friends and family members who feel the need to add their 2 cents to your dating life. Suddenly, everyone's an expert on your love life and has an opinion on how you should go about finding a partner. They might even go so far as to suggest that you don't have time for love and that your only focus should be on your child. It's like they think you should just put up a sign that says, "Sorry, no single moms allowed," and give up on love altogether. And let's not forget the guilt and shame that can come with wanting to pursue romantic relationships. It's enough to make a single mom feel like a pariah, alone and isolated in their search for love. It's time to stop the judgment and let single moms live their lives and find love on their own terms. As a single mom, it can be incredibly difficult to navigate the judgment and shaming from friends and families who don't understand your desire to date and find love. It's like they expect you to give up your own needs and desires for the sake of your children, without realizing that you are more than just a mom. You are a woman with a heart full of love to give, and it's unfair for others to make you feel guilty or ashamed for wanting to share that love with someone else. Their comments and unsolicited advice only serve to isolate and alienate you, leaving you feeling even more alone and misunderstood. It's a constant struggle to find a balance between your role as a mother and your desire for a fulfilling romantic life, and the emotional toll of the judgment and criticism can be overwhelming. For example, I refused to give up hope. I knew that there were people out there who would see me for who I am and not just as a single mom. And eventually I did find someone who accepted both me and my child, and we've been happy together ever since. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. I can't tell you how many times I've been rejected by men who couldn't handle the fact that I have a child. It's like they think I'm looking for a replacement dad or something. But that's not it at all. I just want someone who can accept me and my child. It's not like I can just leave my kid at home and go out whenever I want. Being a single mom means my child is always going to be part of my life, and I need someone who can understand that. I've had guys tell me that they don't want to deal with the responsibility or the commitment of being with a single mom. It's frustrating because I'm not looking for someone to take on all the responsibility. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of my child on my own, but it would be nice to have someone by my side who can love and support both me and my child. I'm not going to settle for someone who can't handle that. It's hard enough being a single mom and having to deal with judgment and criticism from society, but when it comes from the men you're trying to date, it's just a whole other level of hurt. It's like they see me as damaged goods or something. But I'm not. I'm a strong, independent woman who happens to have a child. And I'm not going to let anyone make me feel ashamed of that. A single mom's journey to find love is already filled with its own set of unique challenges. But when men are afraid to date her because of her child, it feels like a dagger to the heart. The constant fear of being rejected and judged makes it hard to open up and be vulnerable with anyone. And even if she does find someone willing to give her a chance, the fear of being viewed as a burden or too much responsibility is ever present. It's frustrating and disheartening when men assume that a single mom's child is a deal breaker. They don't understand that being a parent doesn't define her entirely, and that she deserves a chance at love and happiness too. It's like they forget that a single mom is also a woman with needs, desires, and aspirations beyond her role as a parent. The judgment and fear only serve to further isolate her and make her feel like she's not worthy of love or companionship. It's a constant battle between trying to balance the responsibilities of being a parent and wanting to find love and companionship. And when men are quick to judge and dismiss a single mom because of her child, it only makes the journey that much harder. And guess what? Single moms are some of the strongest, most badass women out there. They know how to juggle work, parenting, and dating like a pro, and they don't let anyone tell them what they can or can't do. So to all the judgmental people out there, here's a newsflash. Single moms don't need your approval or your opinions. They'll find love and happiness on their own terms, thank you very much. And when they do, they'll be the ones laughing all the way to the altar. And now, stay tuned for our next video, where we'll dive deeper into how single moms are shamed by other moms. Don't miss it. Click on this video now.